You know, Stephen A. Smith getting some flack for calling LeBron James what the second best player of all time. I mean, honestly, he's lucky he's even called that by somebody at the end of the day. Like, I have very trouble trying to put somebody who's what, like, lost 6 NBA finals while handpicking his rosters since 2010. I have a hard time putting somebody like that, you know, in my top three, top four. Like, no way. He's had a, like, okay, he goes to all these different teams. Oh, he wins everywhere he goes. He has to leave his original team to win a title. Like, why can't he just stay in one place and win? You know, like why he didn't stay with the Cavs? All I ever hear is how he took a bad Cavs team or whatnot. Oh, that nonsense, man. First of all, that Cavs team was not bad because if they was, how they get the number one seed? Like, how did they have the same players as they did in the finals, or did they get some players from the G League or minor league system and bring them up, or like how does that work? Was it the same team they got number one seed with? You know, because I didn't hear nobody say how bad that team was when they were getting that number one seed. But that's not here nor there, as LeBron James, one of his biggest fans, will say, Shannon Sharp. It's not here nor there, but at the end of the day, like, Rich Paul, stop acting like it's disrespectful for him because he's not the number one like guy on his list. Who cares? Have whatever list you want. Like, it's not a God given right to just, oh yeah, we gotta have LeBron James as a top two or number one and all this. Like, no, we don't even gotta have him in our top five if we don't want to. No, no, man, because a lot of people are making lists and some are smart, some are bad. I mean, there's lists out there. Somebody made a list. Tyreek Hill talking about Jerry Rice is not a top five receiver. Now somebody saying Jerry Rice is not a top five receiver is way worse than freaking somebody saying LeBron James is the second best player. And not saying he's the best player. Even LeBron James' biggest fans will say that. Like, Jerry Rice not in the top five? What? On what planet? Not Earth, Mars maybe. But anyway, man. And plus, not to mention all LeBron James' bad shooting performances. So many bad, like look at all the seasons he's like shooting bad from three, shooting bad from free throw. You know, and like, you know, he don't want to go to the free throw line at the end of games. You know that. You know that. Like, at the end of the day, um, like, we all see that. That's why he makes those passes, the basketball play, and this and that. He don't want to go to that line. He's not a great free throw shooter. Even LeBron James' biggest minions would have to agree with that. You know, like, that's just a freaking fact, man. Like, it was like no way around that at all. Like, we know how bad he is from. What was he like? He missed the last 19 threes he's taken in the fourth quarter of the playoffs, and that's the king. That's the GOAT. Oh, of the last 19. The Spurs in '07. The reason why the Spurs won that, it ain't because LeBron James had a bad team. First of all those games were close at the end of the day. Tim Duncan had his worst finals, you know, shooting percentage wise. So it's like he didn't even do that well. Like, so why didn't, like, LeBron take over? You know, and on top of that, like, the Spurs left LeBron Brown open. If he's the GOAT, king, why are you leaving the king GOAT open? You know, like, why? Like, you know, like, if he's that dude, you don't leave a guy like that open. They never left Kobe open, or Curry, or freaking Jordan, or any great player like that, man. Larry Bird, Kevin Durant. They don't say shoot. I dare you to shoot. They gave Bron the Tony Allen treatment in that finals. Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, they had Bruce Bowen, one of the, you know, top five wing defenders of all time. You know, Bruce Bowen should be right there. I seen Bruce Bowen go at T Mac, the Kobe's, the Paul Pierces. He guarded all these guys. The Iversons, like, they put Bruce Bowen on you. Perfect compliment to Tim Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker. Perfect. You know, like, all he did was defend and hit and stay in that corner, hit the three. Straight 3-and-D guy. You know, like, at the end of the day, like, so what? LeBron's not to go on some people's list. People act like he has like a perfect resume, or he has these flame outs, or he can get swept, or he didn't be gentleman swept, and he didn't lose as a favorite. Hello, Dallas Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki, you know, like J Kidd, Jason Terry. He's lost. Like, come on now, and he's never beaten a superstar in his prime in the East. He's faced one person. That was Dwight Howard, his bubble title teammate Dwight Howard. You know, Dwight Howard beat him when they were in their prime. You know, he was a superstar. Beat him. And it's not like Dwight Howard had two All-Stars with him. He didn't have no All-Star. Well, yeah, you know, Jameer Nelson. Good. He's a good player. He was All-Star 1 year. You know, Turkoglu, good player. Rashard Lewis, really good player. But were those guys like perennial All-Star talents, though? No. You know, yeah, J.J. Redick, good catch and shoot guy. Good, you know. But those guys weren't perennial All-Star talents. I'm just telling you that now. And also, like he got swept in 2018, man. Had to cast, you know, because he's a media manipulator. You know, he just wants his minions on TV to save him and make excuses for him and all that. You know, Kevin Durant bust him up, you know, bust jump shots in his face. The Warriors got tired of him hiding on Harrison Barnes in the 2015-2016 finals. Just hiding on Harrison Barnes. You know, like, nah, man, you got to guard somebody, so we're going to go get Kevin Durant. Yeah, man, big facts. That's what happened. So, you know, this, you know, it's like people think it's birthright. We got to say LeBron James is the GOAT. You know, if you don't, you're just disrespect him. And all his fans, all they do is talk bad about Curry and Jordan and Kobe. Always try to degrade another player. Always try to, you know, make it seem like, oh yeah, he's the only one that deserves credit. No, man, no. Not at all whatsoever, man. I'm more of a fan of players who can actually shoot mid-range shots, shoot three-point shots, play without the basketball, you know, free throw shooting. Just guys with handles. I'm not really into the, I gotta have this guy just drive to the basket and bulldoze people right at the rim for a layup or a dunk. You know, he don't really have a bag like that. He don't really have moves. He don't really have shot. You know, not at all whatsoever. I mean, you know, like it's like a running back just bulldoze people who got no move. A running back that with no moves. You know, he just bulldozes people with his speed, power. You know, he got skills. Like I said, he's a great player, but this narrative that we got to put him as the first one is getting out of hand. You know, like we don't got to do none of that whatsoever. Like, y'all got to freaking stop with the nonsense at the end of the day. You lucky he even got you at number 2. Cause y'all don't want to know where I got him ranked. I'm gonna be mad. I'll say that in another video, but yeah, man. So Rich Paul, Clutch Sports, you guys have been interfering with some basketball stuff, but like I said, man, Stephen A. always says he's the second best player. Says it over and over. You know, LeBron James is a media manipulator. He deflects blame. He's a finger pointing diva. You know, he's kind of like as Skip Bayless once said, he's the Aaron Rodgers of the NBA. You know, he is. He is, though. You know, that's all he do is point the finger. When you're pointing one finger, 4 fingers are pointing right back at you, as they say. So that's you, Brown. That's you. You're the media. You're the big diva. You're the guy who gets swept in the finals, and you know you have a cast on your hand talking about you're injured. That's why the Warriors swept you. Oh man, you're the guy who talks about retirement after you got swept to deflect that bad attention. You know, like I said, some people see right through you. The Carcinos for Lives, the Kwame Browns, you know, a couple other people, you know, Dreamers Pro, Skip Bayless, all of us, man. We see the nonsense and we ain't going for it. We're not going for that no more. Like that song by Hall & Oates. I can't go for that. No. No can do. I can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. Yeah. We don't want to go for that though. Like at the end of the day, we're not. So yeah, man, LeBron James, You're not the number one player. Rich Paul, get that out your head, man. People can make whatever list they want at the end of the day. On some real ish, they can do that. So people make whatever list you want, whatever list you want. So I know I do. I got Kobe and Michael Jordan better than LeBron James at the end of the day. So I don't care what nobody say. I got a mind of my own, and I'm allowed to think however I want to think. Feel me? And that goes for everybody else, you know. Don't let these brown lovers, try to get you guys to always say LeBron James is the GOAT. No, not at all whatsoever. 6 finals losses despite hand-picking rosters since 2010. That's the GOAT? No. Have to keep forming these super teams in order to win? That's the GOAT? No. But anyway, I'm out, y'all. Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell.